Hello everybody, it's a Saturday. I'm here at Rushden Lakes because I'm off to the cinema. I am going to be watching a very important film, one of the highly anticipated films of the year, and it is one of those films that's being so talked about in the awards season, especially the upcoming Oscars in 2 weeks' time. This film is 1917, the one I'm going to be reviewing today. Oh, I hope I'm not going to be hit by cars because I'm just crossing the street. So here I am, here in Rushden Lakes. Just parked the car. Ernie just parked the car. Now, I'm just catching up because I'm almost late because you know what, of the heavy traffic here. I'm here at the cinema in Rushden Lakes to be watching 1917. And I'm excited because I've not seen any of the trailer. I've heard and read a certain review, but today is my time really to view it and experience it with the IMAX version of it. But we're coming out to the foyer here in Rushden Lakes, where I am. And this is the Cineworld. I'm now in the escalator, coming my way up. It's a black and white Saturday here, so I don't know. I'm just gonna be waiting for Ernie up here, going to the ticket collections to collect the ticket. It's a lovely cinema. It's about 7 minutes drive from where I live, and this is where we collect our tickets, the ticket collection zone. But Ernie's still down there, I have to wait for him. But let me show you what this cinema is like before I come in and take you into the world of watching 1917. This is our cinema. This is only my third time watching a film here, so I decided to come over again. Isn't it amazing? The foyer is full of life. It's glossy. It's grand, I should say, and we're so blessed that since they built this, it's only about 7 minutes from where I live. I get the chance to watch IMAX, 4DX, 2D, 3D films in this lovely venue. So I'm really excited. So here, let me just see if I can find any display for the upcoming film, especially 1917. I've not really seen a poster of that, but I don't know. Oh, yeah. Well, I'll catch you in a bit because I'm going to collect my tickets, and after that, I will be telling you my own personal review of the film 1917 right here. So watch out for me when I come out of the theater, the cinema rather, later. Mwah. So here I am, finally got the tickets, which you have to see the lady down there. It's my first time to view IMAX here in the cinema. And I'm really excited because a war film shown in that moment is gonna be amazing. I can't wait. Getting inside. I don't know where the entrance is. It's my first time. Oh, I'm going anywhere. Where should I go? Where should I come in? I don't even know where I'm going. Here I am. I don't know where I'm going, but here I am. I'm just gonna wait for Ernesto down here. And he's gonna come.
Miss Quinn, she belongs to me.
So this is how big the IMAX.
Who are you guys?
That's the cinema. You won't be hearing me. But I'm ready to watch it, guys.
Here's the deal, Quinn.
You need me.
Catch you later. Hello, I just came out of a very brilliant filmmaking in 1917 by Sam Mendes. When I get out of here so that I can give my proper review, I will be telling you more about it. So I'm leaving the cinema now, but it has been a gripping, wonderful filmmaking. Brilliant, right? One of the finest films I've seen in ages. But I'll tell you more about it when the room is quiet and there's not much of distraction, so you can listen to the insights of how it all went in my personal review of Sam Mendes' masterpiece of 1917. So, Here goes. I'm back home now, ready to share with you my insights and personal review of Sam Mendes' film 1917. Well, if you are going to consider what is really the highlight of this film, it is a cinematic, stylistic storytelling. The long shots of this film are incredibly amazing. Well, it was going into 3 years into World War One when Schofield, played by McKay, and of course the brother Blake were sent on a very impossible mission. It is to warn the 1,600 battalion members in a regiment somewhere in Devonshire that they are to stop the attack or all of them will be killed. This is a mission which became gripping, and along that line, many things happened along the way. The two characters who opened up the entire film took us to a journey of really unimaginable travel, an imaginable journey. The impossible is going to be attained by both of them. This travel was truly, really gripping because the musical score, which was played all throughout the cinema, took us to the moment of what is going to happen next. These are the questions that play in your head. While I was sitting there, my mind was playing ahead what will be the different kinds of emotions, the different kinds of trials that these two great performers will go through. Well, first, they have to invade several turrets of soldiers in the dugout and then being pushed by several soldiers. And as you go along to the journey, there are like scatters of dead bodies, carcasses of dead animals, rats scuttling everywhere. That is quite a scenery. And that scenery is really kind of what is war is all about. It was kind of full of misery. Although it was full of misery, you are gripped because these are the realities of war. Sam Mendes' story through his grandad was really realistic. And that seemed like a miracle. Because you know what? When you were watching films like The Lord of the Rings that were sent on a particular mission, this is the story. The story is telling you to go to be a hero for a day, to help save lives. And this war story is like no other. It has all the bloodshed, the bombings, of course the planes hovering all over heads in the cinema, and as it goes deeper it shakes. But there was one long shot there where the actor Schofield was running through the distorted buildings which were damaged by the bombings of the war. And the lighting and the musical score just leaves you like breathless, and you don't want to wink your eye because in that particular moment it is going to be just something that you don't want to miss. That particular moment takes you to the misery, the panache of such filmmaking, because it really is truly magnificent and incredible. Although I have seen films like Saving Private Ryan, it's got similar theme to it. This one has got what we call the heart. It's got a story to tell. It will give you a heartbreak. Whether the single man who was to become the messenger of the important message so that they are to stop that attack, which would have killed hundreds of people more, soldiers who are heroes in themselves, then I would say that this cinematic experience truly took me there. That whole 2 hours of sitting down just reminds me that there is no good thing about war. War is such a thing that should be stopped. And nowadays we are still going through the wars of our lives. And such war is really not telling us to be awakened or to be sad, but rather to tell us that life is precious. There's one scene there that really broke my heart when this particular soldier took out a picture of his family, and when he turned it around there was this message saying, "Come back to us." That really had tears in my eyes. Why? It reminded me of how we as people, as a human being, value the lives of the people we love, of those that we consider people that what who are important into our lives. Remember, these heroes, these soldiers fought for the freedom of their country, and they have risked their lives. They've given so much so that they will be able to show to the world that once you serve your country, you have to give it your best. Well, Sam Mendes did not disappoint me. I think his first script writing was truly magnificent because I think this is a story from his granddad. And with that, he was able to produce a cinematic event, a cinematic experience worthy of its 17 Oscar nominations. And I can't wait, and I think that it will go on to win this award as Best Picture because there's so much. The elements that were presented in the story were just amazing. It did not have much of what we call a protagonist because they are fighting against the call of the time. It's a man versus human kind of event. It was during the war when the Germans were attacking and they need to stop them. The message is, let's learn to love each other and let's learn to value the lessons from the war that our soldiers and heroes have fought for in the past. In the Philippines, we've gone through oppression during the Spanish era, and we have gone through several kinds of wars. Even up to today, the Abu Sayyaf is still happening back home. And across the world, we are suffering terror attacks. May this film serve a lesson to all of us that there is no good thing about war, especially young children who go through the horrors of war. If I were to describe it in one word, it would be devastatingly a masterpiece. Devastatingly fabulous, because this cinematic experience is truly wonderful. Well, to all the staff, the crew, the performers, the actors who made this film so realistic, thank you indeed for giving us something to think about. And Sam Mendes, wishing you the very best of luck. I hope this film gets you into another Oscar award because it deserves the accolades and, of course, all of the magnificent reviews it's receiving at the moment. So guys, this is it. If you have not seen it yet, go watch it and be thrilled and be in a moment where you can just forget where you are, because you will be treated to a cinematic excellence by Sam Mendes. 1917, really good. I'm giving it 4 stars because there's still something missing in the story, but despite that, it is something that's still worth it and breathtaking in the sense. Thank you, and hope you catch me again soon for my next movie, theater, or shows reviews, because there's so much more that I can share you, especially with my personal insights about the films that I have viewed or books that I have read. But this one truly is magnificent and wonderful. Thank you, everybody, and I shall see you again very, very soon. Watch it.